Hello guys, welcome to my new video. In this video we will continue with Flow component, Google Gemini API. And in the last one we set our, I would say, meta information, and we are checking our incoming data. Also we have prepared our structure for Gemini API, and now we can create a request to our Gemini API. We will do it with REST builder with method post. If you don't know what is a REST builder, you can find this function in our documentation. Now we have to put here URL address for Google Gemini API. I will copy it from here. I would say this is enough. And then we will put here our URL address, and we will use a format function. This will be 1, and we will change this model for 0 because we want to get this information from our configuration. So first of all will be model. So at the first place here will be config.model, and second one will be config.api key. Okay, so as the next we will send there our object. Also we can see here that we have to put a header to our API request. So we will add here a header with name content type and value application JSON. We can add here a timeout because we don't know how long we will wait for the answer or response. I will put here 60,000, it's a 1 minute, and callback function, which will be function with arguments error and response. And now we can continue in the callback function. As first thing here, we will check if we don't have some error as response, and if yes, we will send it to our error output, and we will send there error and return. As next, we want to check the type of output we want. For this we need a condition. I already prepared because it's a little longer, so I will just copy it here, and this is just for a case when we want only text as a response. So we have to put here config output text, and this is just for checking if we have data we need, and if yes, we can get them from our response like this. Response candidates, it's an array, and content part, which will be also an array, and from this we want text or empty string if there will be some problem. And when we get this, we want to send it to our output, and we want to send there text output. else condition. If we want full object from Gemini API as a response, we will send it to our output like response. Now we can continue to the settings. Settings are basically a front end for our configuration form. So we want to put here div with class with margin, and as first we want here UI component, which will be input with path API key with config, and we will put here camouflage. It has to be required, and then just we will put here the name API key. As next we can put here just a little help for new users with class help, which will be an external link. So we will put it into tag A with href. I prepared it here, is just a link to create your API key with target will be blank. We can continue here with icon, and icon will be external, and text can be generate Gemini API key. Okay, so as a next we can go here and we can add here two columns, and first will be div and UI component, which will be again name input, path will be model, config will be dir source, and in this dir source we will add some models like Gemini Pro, and this will be Gemini Pro, Gemini 1.5 Flash. Oh, sorry, I put it here unnecessary space, and this will be Gemini 1.5 Flash and Gemini 1.5 Pro. And the name here will be Gemini model. The last one will be UI component with the name again input, path will be output, and of course we'll put here some config with my bad, with options. I will just copy it here, all for full response and text for only output text with the name output type. I also created a readme without the video because we don't have to waste time here, so I will just copy it here. And here is a little mistake. We'll end this tag here, and now we can submit. And also now we can see here our component. By double clicking, we can see that there is a configuration. I will put here on the output text, and I will add here API key without the video. And then we will put here trigger component with print component. And we will put them here just like this. I added my API key here, and now I created this message, and we can send this message to our component. And there is some mistake. Oh, I forgot to remove this, sorry. And now we'll clear our print component and again run our message, hey, how are you? And as you can see, there is a message, I'm doing well, thank you for asking, from our Gemini API. Also, as I said to you before, we can change it to the object. I will copy this, and we can create an object here with property text. And the message will be, hey, how are you? Apply, we'll clear this and run. And as you can see, again, there is a response from our Gemini API. Okay, so that's all from me and this video. In this video, we created a simple Total.js Flow component for communicating with Google Gemini API. If you want to find a code to this component, I will put it in my GitHub repository, and then you can find a link in the description of this YouTube video. So I hope you learned something new here, and have a nice day. Bye.